Switch that V6 for the EV. Riding around my city, you should come ride with me, yeah. Feel me if you hear me, sip water like a fish, sip box water to the gillies, yeah. This a new wave, this a takeover. Do it for the future, time to get a world of makeover. Time never stops, no the timing is not. Time to clean up the block. Streets been a mess, how can I breathe? Smoke in the air, pure gasoline. I see the news, see what you read. Change gotta come, put that on me and watch me educate. Yeah, we been, could've started, but it's never late. Do it for my kids, yeah, let's set it straight. Do it for your kids, gotta set it straight. It's time to regulate, we need change now. We need solar, we need EV in the game now. Make it changes so the earth we know can stay around. Make it changes cause we had no time for playing around. Let's quit the playing around. First rule to me, let's keep it clean. Watch how we build, clean air we need. Start from the flow, sweep up the scene. We going green, work as a team. First rule to me, let's keep it clean. Watch how we build, clean air we need. Start from the flow, sweep up the scene. We going green, we going green. New car goes zoom, but it's quiet. You can hear me come and think I'm lying. If I said I'm perfect, I'd be lying. I can say I'm perfect, but I'm trying. I'ma give my all till I'm dying. I'm the new Captain Planet, here to make changes, not damage. World on my shoulders while I'm standing. I'm the new Captain Planet, here to make changes, not damage. World on my shoulders while I'm standing. First rule to me, let's keep it clean. Watch how we build, clean air we need. Start from the flow, sweep up the scene. We going green, work as a team. First rule to me, let's keep it clean. Watch how we build, clean air we need. Start from the flow, sweep up the scene. We going green, we going green.
Are we ready?
You like what you see, then please subscribe early. And if you like what I do, then smash that like button too. And if you like to check it out, leave a comment down below. I like road dog crypto. I like road dog crypto. I like road dog crypto. Road dog.
Welcome to Nightly Crypto Charts with Road Dog. My name is Lane. I am your host for this evening. Looking at the blood on the streets before me on crypto bubbles. These are the ones on my watch list, the ones that have been up basically mostly green for the year. Some of them are starting to fall off a little bit. On the daily, most of those are in the red. The top 100 also painted red. Let's paint it red. Don't worry about painting it black, darling. Just paint it red. And that is what has been done today on Monday. Last night we discussed the possibility of it being a wild day in the market today. And those market makers have not let us down. Here we are, watching Bitcoin climb on the 1 minute. It looks very impressive. Don't get your hopes up. Do have a good golden cross on the 1 minute, indicating some trades are getting underway. It has taken a little bit turn toward the bullish nature toward the afternoon time. Although, should we get all giddy? Should we get all just... Oh, I can feel the money coming now. Just go ahead and let's just throw it all in now and we can make it? Well, probably not the wisest idea. I mean, I can see the appeal. Sure, we have an ascending triangle here. 7-minute chart on Bitcoin. Yeah, looks like we got a bell down. For y'all that don't know what the big picture look like, it's this big, there's big oak candles right here for the last 2 days, taking us down. Can you see all that? Okay. So now we're going to zoom into this little bitty area right here. Road Dog, I think this is it. This is the bottom. I want to go all in. I'm going to go all in. Well, before you do, we've seen this before. We've seen this a lot lately. And so far, let's just do a little pattern recognition here. Drop. Come up. Oh, that's okay. Drop. Oh God, it's going to, we're dead, man. Oh, we're making a comeback. Ooh, that looks like a bottom. Let's go. We've done this before, people. We've done this on larger time frames. We've done it here, or a bigger move. Let's go to a bigger time frame. Make it look a little bit more familiar. We did it here. By golly, this was a little similar here. It had kind of had that little fakey diamond shape. The little heartbeat pattern that came. You know, it's got a heartbeat. Oh, flatline. We died. Sometimes these make a diamond and we can get a reversal. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they just don't do a darn thing. But here we are with just the strangest formations in price action. Choppy, chop, staying stable, boring everybody to the tears, shooting it up, getting everybody hyped in. Oh, I gotta get in now. Don't want to miss it. I want the Bitcoin to go to 35,000 without me. And I think it's pretty much on the same day. Oh God, we're going to 10,000. Leveling out on a new level below this level. I anticipate much of the same or a bigger drop. Again, my overall target, and it has not changed, is the weekly moving average here. The 50, because with moving average strategy, the 5 moving average strategy, the one that I use when I play by, the one that works so well for me on every time frame, why should the rules be any different? We lost these two guys. They're crossing. That's bearish. The next one in line to be tested is the 50. That's coming in at 24,138. And that's how I'm playing it. Now she's wanting to get a little testy here. She may slow bleed us down there. Will we get a bounce and will we go to higher places with Bitcoin after that happens? I'm on the weekly chart here. Got a little green over here. Kind of thick. I like it nice and wispy. Not a clear signal here. If it's too thick, it can suck us into it. And I feel like I say this ad nauseum, but I mean, okay, so we might get a bounce here. We might get some upside and it can suck us right into it and pull us down. It could, or we could go up. I don't know, man. We're playing this one day at a time, but what I know for right now is that we're more likely to come down to meet this moving average, may even come a little bit below it. Doesn't mean we would bounce just right off the top of it. But 24K is definitely in the pictures with the momentum that this chart has, the weekly. You're not going to put the brakes on it and make it, oh, well, no, I'm not going to touch it and just tease us. It's coming. It will get here. Daily chart. Finally happened. Finally got that 50 over the 200 on Bitcoin. That is called the death cross. In a world where crypto dies when two lines meet. So further, that will also push us downward a little bit. Now we've got a 366 moving average, kind of filling in for a 50 here on the daily to kind of keep us with a nice little target to keep our own. I do like this moving average. I've got her tuned, so I want to see just how well she plays out on this time frame. She's fairly accurate on the others. And then we got this one up here, which is not really in play at the moment, so no reason to talk about it. Signs are due. Signs are due be pointing down now. Darling. From where and from who did you learn to speak English? Mister, I'm an Appalachian American. If we didn't have a word for it, we found one to fit. 1 hour looks like it does want to come up, or does it? Could we be inside Landville again? That's kind of what I'm kind of feeling. Usually when we get to these levels, put the brakes on, we see these moving averages kind of just slowly come down, right? I think we were looking at that on, yeah, this guy, the 7 minute. And when each one comes down, it tends, as it gets closer, to kind of press the price down a little bit. The 50 seems to have the most impact. One minute's getting a little bullish, a little antsy. Of course, this will not matter to those of you who tune in later for what the 1 minute does. Well, to some degree, but not as much. But there does seem to be a little inclination for a little bit of bullish momentum short term. And we're, again, filling out this pattern, which so far fits the definition of an ascending triangle, which has about a 60% chance to break to the upside. If we do break to the upside, there is a measure move, about $25,422 right here. Some I anticipate will also call this an inverted head and shoulders, which, you know, it's got a good neckline. So technically it is. That measure move would come all the way up here to 25,509. Let's go ahead and mark this with a little bit of clarity because I have a tendency to forget what the hell did I put that there for. I can't remember. So my blue ones are measure moves. I know that. And we'll put inverted, complex, head and shoulders. That's what that pattern is. That's one measure move that we can get from that, but there is also, we can fine tune that. And if we go over to thepatternSite.com, it's a free website that Mr. Thomas Bukowski, who is the GOAT, the greatest of all times, that's still living, second only in my book to W.D. Gann. But he is the man who actually has all the statistics and information that all you nerd geeks love, and that people like me force ourselves to remember. I am looking for the head and shoulders pattern right here. Then I'm looking for complex, and right here, head and shoulders complex bottoms. And it gives us this little shape, which is very much like the one we were just looking at right here. So what I'm doing on this side is that I want to kind of fine tune my measure move, right? And off the top of my head, I can't remember exactly what the percentage meeting price target is. This is 71%. Got it. That's all I need to know. I have a Fibonacci retracement on this whole measure move that we just taken. For those of you that are the sharper knives in the drawers, they're not, no offense, but some of you guys are sharper and sharper. You could just draw a Fibonacci from here, take your measure move with that percentage. 71%, we got to kind of guesstimate, and we're looking about right there. But since I'm here, I'm just going to mark that with a line. It's a little stuff that you smarty pants didn't see coming, did you? Ha ha ha. Yeah. So you got to drag it up there and do all that other work. I already got it. Smarty pant. Just saying. Do it any way that you like. All right. right, and I put a B there. Let me know that that's the Bukowski measure move. That's what I call it. That's how I identify it. That makes it a little bit more accurate. That actually came up with another line I had there, I think. Or did I not? Maybe I accidentally drew one. So 25,422. Actually, I think that was the initial. Oh, I think it was. I think both of them came up to be the same. The standard measure move. Nope, a little different there. Okay. So that's what we got out of the pattern, and basically the triangle pattern. Now it was. That's what we had from it. It is coming at 25,484. So you got a variety of measure moves you can play with, not to confuse you, but just to give you options. And I think taking a measure move is something that should be considered, I don't know, taken with care. I see a lot of people, a lot of people on YouTube or whatever, they'll take one and put it there, and then they'll just move it wherever they want. They'll take, you see all kinds of things. But the reason I get a little bit picky about it is so that I can use Bukowski's method, because he measures things. He's one of those software engineers, retired when he's 30-something years old. Oh, look, I don't like it here. I'm going to put it right up here. This is their measurement. No. So little pet peeves I have just from watching. Not many. Most people do things correctly. There's a few of them out there that just kind of. I'm not really sure what they're doing. So here on the 5-minute, we see that the 200 moving average is coming down. Now, usually, a lot of people will say, well, the prices are getting tight. We're going to just jump up to that 200 moving average. Well, not that simple. You got to see what those moving averages are doing right now. They're just entwining amongst themselves. Wait for this one to come down, and we got two options. It will either jump above it and be all happy and bullish, or it will push price to the downside. As it comes down here, it'll make these other moving averages fall and price will dump. That's more like what I foresee coming, because that's usually what has been happening before. Won't make me a liar 3-minute. We just went sideways. Thought it was another option. Here it was the 100 moving average that pushed us to the downside. Different on different frames. Here was that 200. This will be 366, or 360. 360 would work well too. Actually, if you think about it, 360 would probably work very well. Maybe be a little more fine-tuned than the 366 I've got. 360 being divisible by 60, being divisible by 10 and by 6. Two very important numbers in trading because they relate to time. 60 seconds to a minute, 60 seconds to an hour, time scales. So going by the 360, it is in harmony with how we figure time with 1 hour and 1 minute. You're talking about this stupid stuff, right, dog? I don't care. Just, where's it gonna go? Well, it wants to go up, but I'm not so sure that it will. If we do get to bounce up, those are the areas that I am looking for that will possibly get rejection on the shorter term time frames, because I'm guessing if you're doing anything at all, you're probably trying to trade this little guy, which I am, and I did find 4. Strega! What's up, baby? Strega, my right hand admin. My right hand admin. Strega is my stream OG. So, for you guys in the US and in Canada, it's been sucking as far as trading on exchanges, right? KuCoin had to. I think the guys in Canada couldn't even use KuCoin before, while we in the US we could, and now we can't. And finding places that we can access comfortably it's starting to get a little bit narrow, but I do have one to present today that I will be using on a more regular basis, and this is Fairdesk. And check them if you like, and you're looking for an option. Check them out. I do have a link now in the description below, but I'm going to show you some of the cool things I got, and there's one thing that I have not seen yet. But we got trade. Okay, so spot. I'm really wanting to see. So they do have spot. I'm really trying to see, get the list of their coins. And I have not learned to navigate this entirely yet. But spot trading, which I highly recommend spot trading. You hear a lot of people talk about the leverage trading and the futures, and yes, it's enticing. But I've said this and I will continue to say this. The people that make the big life-changing money in crypto, mostly doing it through spot, mostly doing it through buying at these particular times in the market when everything is down, holding long-term, cashing out in the bull run. You're not going to change that. Now, a lot of them will find choice altcoins to hold, which will give you more multiples and outperform Bitcoin overall. And that's all you really need to know. All the other stuff is just extra ways that maybe you can make some money. Maybe they're trying to take your money. But on every exchange, we do have futures. And this is where it takes a little bit more skill. But with you have more skill, you can grow your bags quicker. But for just as many success stories as you hear out there, there are a lot more stories, sad stories of failure where people have gotten liquidated or they've blown up their accounts because you are using more money than that you actually have. Therefore, you have greater risk. So your wins can be bigger, but your losses can be bigger too. So it takes a different mindset, in my opinion. And it takes a while to get there. I am still perfecting that myself, but I am doing that over on Fairdesk. And I've got a few open trades over there, playing around with it right now. And yay, I'm up a little bit. So I've just got like $150, started with $150, and I think I'm up what? Oh, yay, I'm up $1 overall. See, even with this, it's slow. It's not quick money. You don't get rich quick, but you got to do it carefully. But for anyone looking for a good futures exchange, they also have that. They also have something called copy trading. And dude, you can go over here. This is the people that you can. I'm not recommending this. Not recommending this. It's something different. You'd have to figure out if it's worth your risk or not. But you can actually see how well that these people do. And there's one here that is just outstanding. Out of everyone, well, looks like her losses, her 7-day profit has changed. That was 5,000 something, close to 6,000. 3-week win rate 100%, 7-day win rate 100%. This is how much money she's made her 7-day followers, 14,351. 151. I believe it's 151 followers if I'm reading in that, and she's done 74 trades. So she's been killing it. She's got the best stats over here. But you wonder, well, what are these traders doing? What their trades look like? Well, it might surprise you when you look and break it down. This is trades from the days, and this is what the profits. I mean, she's trading basically a whole Bitcoin, almost a whole Bitcoin on each trade. It's only going up a little bit. She's using 25x, which some consider, kind of high. You're safe around 3 to 5%. I'm just saying, especially if you're starting out getting your legs wet, you don't want to stay there. 10 would be risky. And we're talking Bitcoin. On altcoins, man, 2 to 3. But here's her profits. So for each trade, it's almost like nickel and diamond. But she's the one, her strategy is making all the money. So 57, 65, 60, 89. This is where you're trading the value of one Bitcoin. Her trades are valued at about $986 each. Putting that big of a trade out to get $89 or $50, that's what we're looking at. And she's got the best strategy going around. And just click randomly on any page here. Same thing. So it's a bunch of smaller ones. There's a nice one, 890. Oh, she went big on that one. Poor Bitcoin. But mostly smaller trades, and a lot of the chop in the market has a lot to do with that too. I just thought that was very kind of interesting. So copy trading is also available there. And they've also for the degens, because most of us have a degen. They have got one cool area, and I've not seen it yet. Oh my. We may have to cover this a different time because I'm just not finding it. But it's basically just kind of like gambling. You're watching the Bitcoin price for 1 minute, and you bet whatever amount, 50 cents on up to whatever. Whether within a minute it's going to be above that price or below that price. And I wish I could see that. But one of the cool things about this exchange, Fairness, is that they are licensed in US and Canada. They do have licenses, and they can check that out. If you go to their main page there, actually scroll down here, and key licenses and certificate, MSB from Treasury, and one license for Canada. And they got a good supply, especially in futures. So just something to look at if you are looking for an exchange. And if you use the link in the description below, that can also help support this channel, because frankly, I'm getting tired of paying the monthly bill all out of my pocket. So I have to do something to bring in just a little to offset the subscription fees that I have to have for TradingView, for Premiere Pro, for all these graphic subscriptions and things. But not to bore you guys with that, Bitcoin is trying to make a breakout. Bitcoin is on the field. She is trying to make a breakout. She has got to cross the first line. Will she make it? She is trying to go. She is a running. She is a running hard. She is not running as hard as she could. So we're going to go to the 10 second so it looks more exaggerated. Bitcoin is there. She is above the 9-moving average. She is far above the 21 and leaving the 50 behind. She is just continuing to go, and she just sprinted up. Oh my gosh, can you see this? Are you believing this, ladies and gentlemen? This Bitcoin is breaking out, and this music is dragging me down because it does not match what we're talking about right here. I need something a little racy. I need something just a little bit more exciting here. I need something that is just going to get us going, and I don't know what to do. But Bitcoin is keeping going. She is running to the finish line. Is there a finish line there, or is she just going to keep running like Forrest Gump, just kept running across the nation? I couldn't tell you, but we're going to watch it as it unfolds. Bitcoin, baby. Get a little setback here. She's running out of breath there. Got to catch a little breath here on the 10 second. What will she do? Will she continue on? Will she even touch that 9-moving average, or is she just going to go on and say, no, baby, I got to do it. I've got to make a run for it. Bitcoin, baby, what you doing, huh? Makes me want to go back and check on my trades over here at the desk. Pardon me for a minute, fellas. Babies. Have I closed any more positions here? I do have some. So I'm over here. I'm also on the copy trade platform. Gonna count over here with, start out with 5 G's, and I guess I'm at 543 now. So these are some closeout trade, and like the girl that we looked at earlier, they're kind of small, because Bitcoin ain't doing very much. So we got to scalp as much as we can. So far, this is what I've got. So far, haven't lost one. Fingers crossed. That's a lot of trades right there, man. That's a lot of trades. So my profit and loss may not impress you because these are not big trades. I'm trying this out, getting a feel for it, but So far, so good. 9, 10, 5%. You know. The whole thing is don't lose. Try to win. Don't lose. Just win. And that's the thing. I'm not really going so much for this a big win. I'm just trying to make sure I have wins. Because people can see this. And I've got a lot of them, baby. I've got a lot of them open. Some of them are still in the negative. So don't think, oh my God, he looks like a genius. No, man, I'm right. I'm taking the odds. Now, I will say this. It's a little bit different for me trading here on the copy trade platform than it is on the futures platform. The futures platform gives you a lot more, what can I say, ability to move around. You can hedge. You got other things you can do. On the copy trade platform, each trade is a separate trade. I can't combine these or anything. I can't build a position. Each is a separate trade. So that's, wow. It's a little bit of adjustment. I didn't understand that when I first got in on it. So far, it's working out. But over on the futures side, yeah, baby, you can play this like normal, and you can also hedge. So you can have two positions going at the same time. I'm in a long and a short. My short is sucking. But I saw that, but I've got to work with that right now. I am using a little bit of crazy leverage over here. It's kind of stupid for me starting out on my own little futures trade, but you know, we're working it, darling. We're working it. I did hedge a little bit more here once I saw the direction, so we manage. Bitcoin, baby, she just popped up just like a crazy madman. Just went up out of nowhere. It is crazy. So here we are on the 15-minute chart. I already had this line here because we already anticipated that. This line is this line just copied and moved up because now we're in a horizontal channel, right? If we get a breakout of this triangle shape, let me get rid of this guy. This triangle shape, well, when they break out, what do they form? They form channels. So now this guy is obsolete, other than being an area where it will come back to retest, and this guy is now in play. And taking a copy of this trend line, moving it up. I do that so that I can maintain the angle. There's also some other tools, some channel tools you can use in here that'll draw these for you too. I just like to do it myself. But see how well that trend line and the angle matters because it comes right up there. I would say if my angle is just a little bit better, that would be the perfect one. Meaning now I have more confidence in that. I'll just move this little guy down here. So we're looking at basically this channel. And coming up in the Ichimoku cloud, Bitcoin, what you got planned, baby? What you gonna do on these bigger time frames here? Are you gonna make a move back up to this area at 25.7? Are we trying to come up here? Are you gonna try to come up here to this 200 moving average? This is the question I want to know. Ichimoku cloud says, that's kind of unlikely. The best thing to do would be to talk to Big Brother 4 hour through Ichimoku over here says. I think here they can try. More likely it will come up to this 9 moving average, which is coming up to our breakout measure move target areas. Isn't that amazing how that works? That's crazy. We didn't even go here. I know, it's technical analysis. It works. These time frames, and it may confuse some of you, but we use multiple time frames, and just think of them, I don't know, chain of command, man. I don't know, think of it like the army or something. You got generals at the top, and you got the peons at the bottom. Peons are going to try to do everything they can to move things forward, but it's the general's command that have to say so. So bigger time frames have to say so. The smaller times just make it happen. So this time frame also says that we're headed up to 25,484. So you know what? That would give me a 67% return on there. Oh my gosh, you didn't put a stop loss in? Apparently not, buddy. Apparently not. My entry price is 25149. And I think I deserve a little bit of profit on that. I actually think I'm just... Would you be happy with 71 cents? Right now, I'm going to put it there. I don't know what this crazy thing is going to do. So just had to check that. Bitcoin again on the 1 minute. She is making a move. She is making a move. Oh my God. And we're witnessing it live here on the Road Dog Crypto channel. Oh my God. Watch Bitcoin as she breaks out. Frank, what do you think about Bitcoin breaking out? Well, Harry, I kind of like Bitcoin breaks out. It does look like it is making a run for that finish line right there, but by using just a little bit of resistance, can't quite get the ball over the court, if you know what I'm saying there. I think you talk funny. Jacko, what do you think? I think it's going to go. I think it just went over that line. I think the Bitcoin is going to take off like a crazy horse in the race. It's going to go, baby. You go see Biscuit. I can see you running from here, baby. You're going to go up to 24.42, 25.42. I got my bets in on there, and I'm going to cash that ticket out. String is up 57 cents, man. Yeah. I'm up $2. Jason Casper's always up 3,000. I don't know, man. Jason Casper's a good trader. Time to sell it all. Come on, Bitcoin. I know you can do it, baby. You've been training so hard. You got what it takes, baby. You put the work in. You can do it, baby. I've got faith in you. You can do it, Bitcoin. The music's behind you. I'm behind you. I'm sitting here pumping dollars into you, hoping you will go up, Bitcoin. Can you give me an amen, Bitcoin? You can do it, baby. Push it, push it, push it. Yes. Ah. Got my money on my mind and my mind on my money. Oh no, there goes my money. So, how are altcoins doing? Are the altcoins finally getting a little pump up too? Let's go over here to the hour and check. Nos looking on the hour. Nos Caspa's holding strong, man. Some people feeling bad because they missed out on Caspa. I was hoping for a 2-cent Caspa, but it may not happen. Okay. There's some other nice juicy coins out here, so. You got two choices right now at this point in the market. You can be scared, too scared to buy the projects you want. Even though I myself may tell you altcoins are going to take a hit, man. They're going to go down. You still jump out there, baby, if you're serious about getting in long term. If you're holding a bag for the future, the best way, I'm telling you, is DCA. At the low lows, which won't say low for very long. Don't he ever just talk normal? Does he always gotta act silly? It's annoying. 25,628 is where our old friend Lucy is hanging out. Lucy's got the red line up there, and on the 5 minute, I would say Lucy will probably have a say so as to how far price will get, wouldn't you? Still pumping here on the 5 minute. Bitcoin in a pump, baby. I think it's time that we acknowledge what we see before us. Doesn't happen very often on these live streams late at night. Thank you, Asia and Sydney, for pumping the market tonight. Gives us a little taste. What are they going to do tomorrow when UK comes into it, and also the States? But tonight, she's wanting to pump. She's wanting to pump hard. Striker says a bull trap. You got what it takes to go to 24K. Striker says I was going to get cast a while back. I wish I had been a little bit more aggressive with it. That and knock them both. But you know, I'm cool. Whoa, baby. She's going toward it. Bitcoin is taking off one more time, going for the finish line, just trying to get up there to hang out with Lucy. Lucy's just perched up there, just saying, taunting Bitcoin. Come on, baby, you think you got what it takes? You think you got what it takes to hang out with me? I'm sure her voice is much more sexy than that, but Bitcoin gonna go for it, man. Bitcoin ain't scared. Shoot, y'all, I got some shorts in at that level. I think I got some shorts in at that level. We're putting some shorts in up. Oh my God. Yes, I do. I was anticipating you, little baby. Come on now. Oh, jeez. Yeah, you need some help. Oh, come on. This is what I don't like. I get a sign in my way. We got you, right? I got to manage that position right there. You got me entry at 4-3. Ooh, gosh, man. That short got decimated. But I was anticipating these areas up here at 25,868. So. And my biggest order's right there. You get a little antsy. I know we got 2023, I'm sorry, as a target. Yes, I am shorting. Oh, you got to go harder than that. Okay, I don't think we're going to make it up there. But it doesn't matter what I think. This thing looks bullish. 9 is crossing the 200 on that 5-minute chart there. Smaller time frames are still looking very bullish, but what do we got going on here? We've got here's an example of what I was talking about. When the 100 crosses the 200, I mean, when you see that, you're thinking, oh my God, that's going to be bearish. But look what happened this time. When that happened, most of the bad move was played out. Remember, this is a lagging indicator. And actually, we got a pop during it. So I've been noticing that quite a bit. Especially on the smaller time frames. Well, even on the bigger time frames, I have noticed that. Doesn't do it every time, but several times it does. That's something to put in the back burner, baby. Blasted through my targets. Did I see that coming? Not that far. But Bitcoin pulling back now. 4 hour, what you look like, baby? You got this over here, which you can see, like it's like a gate. I mean, you can see price go in through these little thin areas, but not, you don't always see that. A lot of times that means down too. So Ichimoku Cloud's not really helping me out other than telling me we are still bearish because we're under the cloud. So that's what you look like. Look at overall. Still under the 200 moving average. It's trying to make a comeback, not yet claiming the 9 moving average. So 25.5, we kind of got to get there and stick, and that's going to be a challenge, and especially to get past 25.7 and stick. we basically going to have to make a run for 25.9 and hold that. So we got to blast all the way through here. And you know, it's going to try. Stochastics are at a low on the 4 hour. Starting to possibly get a turnaround, a possible turnaround. It's starting to look a little bit better on the MACD. Not there yet, though. Let's see what we got going on here. Stochastics are taking a turn to the upside, making as much of a move now without driving stochastics up that much. That's something to note. So when you get stochastics in, you get the move there from bottom to top. It's a good idea to look at the price range and see what's going on, because let's say during this move here, that price only went up a little bit, but during the shorter move, price went up a lot more, meaning that on this shorter move, that may be the one that gives you a bigger. You can kind of gauge it by just measuring how long the move is for each one of these, and downside too. And you can see differences in intensities, and kind of helps you see the trend a little bit better. It's interesting. I'll try to point that out a little bit more as I see it play out. Honestly, 15 minutes still looks very promising with the Ichimoku cloud. Let's check on Solana. She got a nice little pump out of there too. Ooh, nicey nicey. I did get into a Solana trade there on Fairbanks. To get into a Solana long. But I do have some shorts just waiting to get hit. Small time frames are looking nice for altcoins. We need to go over and check total 3. Because we just got a money infusion on total 3 to the tune of about $4 billion just piling into the market at 11 o'clock. So I can only think that this is Tokyo. It's Asia. I mean, Sydney's out there too, but so a resistance area right here. It's going to take a lot to get above it. The reason that I'm not so confident that we will at the moment is because our moving averages are still hanging around down here. They have not yet moved. You want to see especially that 9 following closely with price if we get a move to the upside. So, because when she gets rejected from here, she's coming back down to retest that 9. So it looks like they're trying to pump us and get us excited for probably tomorrow. And I'm very curious to see what they will do tomorrow. Looking here at the crypto. Well, this is total 3. This is our pump on total 3. Look how much they drove us down. And now this little pump gets us excited. It does look like it wants to continue here on the 4 hour. This is Tether dominance here. It was going to the high. Everybody's going into Tether from altcoins. It was altcoin sell-off going into Tether. Now dumping back into the altcoins. I find that very, very interesting. So somebody's got big old bags out there, or maybe a conglomerate of people out there. Definitely in my mind, it is a sign of manipulation. There's nothing in the news that's suggesting. There's nothing here. That should really give us that big old pumpty pump. Folks, we're being set up, I believe. That looks very much like a bump and run pattern right there. They play out, but they just basically come up to where they started. But I'm focused on losing more than... Jeez. I don't acknowledge anything. I keep missing the time jumps. Crypto Cash, man, welcome to the stream, man. Glad to have you here. We're just kind of chilling out, basically just looking at the market. I'm not really trusting this move, but not hating on it either. So Striga, what does time look like? What's time doing right now? Let's go to, I guess, Coinbase here. Ooh, nothing. Still below my buy zone. Into my, what did I call this? My juicy buy zone? Possible bottom area. Okay. Time. Of course, I'm on the. Okay, I just got too much stuff going on here. Looking on the daily with time. She's just not quite bullish yet. The 9's over the 21. I like that. Crazy with all this stuff pumping off, and we still got red dots here on market cipher pushing us to the downside. Moving averages are not so great here on this particular chart. 12 hour. Nor, well, the 4 hour. So 9's crossed the 21, so that's hopeful maybe it will pull us back into it and we can continue up. So those being crossed and 9 being over the 21 and the 50. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was just a retest of some level through here. We should get a pull back to around the $15 area where we've been for so long anyway. I don't see anything that's going to give us that quick pump up just yet. Still need to get above the 200 moving average, 1674 on the 4 hour. None of these time frames look amazing, but they're trying. It is trying. Can she go down? Will she go down? I don't. It looks like she's trying to make a higher. Well, she's got a higher low. She is trying. Went more than 886, did it? I'm going to mark that area at 1121. Great pace if it does come down there. Hope it doesn't, though. I think this project needs a little bit more awareness. I'm not crazy about that trend line though. It's a time. There are some that I'm sitting here making a list today trying to figure out, well, what do I want to focus on? Trying to narrow it down, and I think VeChain is going to be one. I've got a bag of it, but if we get down to back to these juicy prices again, close to where we are now, 1.4 cents, 1.5 cents is where we are now. That is just juicy for VeChain, in my personal opinion. Because VeChain, how high did we get up to? We got up to 20. Got up to 28 cents, but even if it just got up to 10 cents, that's awesome. So I like VeChain for a long-term hold. So we broke out of a falling wedge and then rode its leg all the way down. Might as well just call it an extended falling wedge. So when that happens, I kind of do this. And we start all over again. Now we're more in the channel, which is really what price tends to travel in, is a channel. So I like VeChain, looking to get you a little at some lower lows if we do it. And watching this trend line, if I see any signs of upward movement, I want to snag some more of that. Also, did I lose my list? Stacks. I'm liking stacks. I can stake stacks and get rewarded in Bitcoin, and I like that a lot, actually. I think as that's getting in some juicy price areas here. We have, what was that? It looks like it's coming close to one of my buy zones there, but just zooming out on the bigger picture here rather than a smaller time frame. We've seen it right around 22 cents. 38 seems like a nice area too. And then right at 30. Little support resistance flip kind of thrown in there. So I like those targets. Whether it will reach it, I don't know. But I don't think we're through coming down. I don't think our retracement is finished on stacks, and I do have some trade ideas here where we come back and retest this wick area. It is a bottoming area and it might stick, but overall, I think I want to 86 that trend line there. I do think there's a possibility. We got rejected here on the 100 moving average. We're coming down. So I'm looking more maybe at the possibility of 38 or 30 out of stacks. Right, have you changed your tune? Well, the price changes daily. You have to change your strategy with whatever the market gives you. You can make whatever plans that you want. The market decides to do something else, you're screwed. Be like water. Be like water. Just like Bruce Lee say. Just like Bruce Lee say. Be like water. I like those zones. Don't know if we'll hit it. Don't know if we'll get stuck here. I mean, I still like this zone here. 40 for stacks. I like Cast, but I think we looked at that, and I like Atom, Cosmos, and I've got a bag of that I've been staking for forever. I may have sold part of it, but I never sold it all. Just left it staking from last time. And I like the airdrops you get from staking and holding and doing things with Cosmos. But it may be time at these juicy prices to add more to my Cosmos bags, because we've not seen these prices in a long time. 647 DCA into this would be, I think, is a smart move. Interoperability, growing chain. 272 for a measure moves coming here at $6.04. That might be what we're looking at. Definitely want to mark that little guy as a possible buy-in area. So let's clean up this screen a little bit here. I have said anywhere around $8 or less for Cosmos, in my opinion, is awesome. And that's been the area of flipped up support here. Hopefully we won't come down too far below $6, but if we do, yummy yum, bye time. Anywhere under there, if such a thing happens. What did I see? No head and shoulders. I do see an M pattern there, which is odd for that, but that would be one of these little guys, I believe, which I bet it is. 88. But I don't know which one it is or where it would go. I'll have to look into that idea. They could be bullish after it comes down here to these areas. So there's a harmonic pattern there. I'm just not adept enough to know which one it is. Being like this is more than likely going to be a bullish pattern, but like coming down to the 2.7s. So it could come anywhere in between here. Yeah, I know that's not exact. And it could very well be 258. Bottom out there and then coming back up to these areas. So I'll do some research on that pattern and see what we can learn from that. But I do like Adam. Kalash, man. Crazy market. It is a crazy market. Luzel is crazy as well. How's it been doing today? Did it get in on the pump? Oh yeah, up to 13 cents. Oh, it's been doing good. I'm on the weekly chart. What's it been doing? I guess it did a little bit on the pump. Bounced off the Lucy line. Oh man, you just didn't tell me Lucy was still on the screen up there. That's Lucy's line. Clear out some real estate here on the screen, man. So Bluezell, she's getting tired, man. She's getting tired. Here's what I see on Bluezell. So that was the trend line we're going with, and then we lost it. I think I remember this. Has it been that long? This weekend it come up, and you see that happen. Next time it tests it, it's got a good chance to break through. It did. Went sideways, and that's what gets tricky, because usually break this trend line is down, but right now in the market they don't always do that. They'll go back up, retest that trend line, and then start dropping, or maybe making another channel altogether, doing the same thing and slowly climbing up. So general rule is break a trend, then I'm done, I'm out of the trade. Doesn't always play to your advantage with that strategy, because basically you got to look for a 236 retracement, and if you see that, if it can't get below a 236 Fibonacci when it breaks those trend lines, and sometimes the 382 will do it too, sometimes it'll bounce like that here and come up, but a 236, if it starts hanging out there, that's a good sign it's going to leg ride this thing, climb that trend line up for a double top. And then I'm looking for divergence. This one doesn't really, it's not really showing me strong divergence here. So that makes me think, well, and nothing really there. There's some bullish divergence, hidden bullish divergence. So it's making me think that we're doing this little thing. We're doing the little waffle patterns where we're just, we're going in channels. So I think we can see more upside. It's going to have trouble up through here, but I think that's what we're going to see it do, is just kind of leveling out. Every drop getting on a new level and still trying to go up. It's a little iffy of a trend line. I would follow that one though. I think she's got another move in her though. It leads back to 16.4. It may be higher. Interesting. Bluezell, it's been a strong one. And if she ever comes back to, when price stables out and everything, and we get it gets affected by a drop or something, yeah, I'll look at maybe an entry on it. 9.5 cents, I like that. But it's trying to flip this area at 12.7 for trying to flip it into support. If it does that, well, it's just more up from there as it just kind of reclaims. I can't get a good read on that. Those candles. Very noisy, very choppy. 22 cents looks good. She looks like she might be rocked to do it too. Definitely bearish divergence here on the 3 day, so a pullback would be in order. So let's just get rid of these lines. She's coming down. So on the 3 day, we got the 200 moving average. The 21's getting ready to cross it right there, just right at 10 cents. She'll get there. She has a good chance to get there with the bearish divergence that we got. So RSI, these peaks are coming down. Price is coming up. That's the divergence that should take us down here for a retest. And then she may keep going up. The other option is that it just stays above that 9 moving average, doesn't ever break it. And possible, smaller time frames would give you clues in on that. I kind of like the 4 hour to kind of let me know what's going on. And we lost the 9 there, so I'm going to do some retesting here. But I am looking for this little area right here. It's rounding on the tops here. It's getting... That means that it's getting tired. So... It didn't do what it's supposed to do. So a scallop top, you may see this happen. If the weekly says, or the 3 day says that we're coming back through here, and the smaller time frames are showing the scallop. I mean, there may be some more spikes, but price just kind of come down through here, and then we can take off. That's what we saw Bitcoin also do. On one of its peaks, it was scalping over, and we were making note of that, and that's how it played out. Scallops usually come back, usually, you know, about where they start here, but not always. It could be a little bit higher. And then they have a higher chance to actually break to the upside after it does that. So nice and nice. A Discord member mentored Solarium, SRM ticker, the same like Serum, a DG. Oh, and that reminds me of something else. I told someone else I was going to do a coin for them. Okay, so we'll take a look at those two. You've got mentored. Okay, ticker's the same as Serum, but it's Solarium. Okay, we'll take a look at that. Give me just a second to... Oh man, I forgot all about this. Where did it go? Cero. Okay, Jorge Satoshi, and I told him I'd try to do it at the beginning of the stream. Jorge, I'm sorry, man. I have scatter brain, and I meant to make a note, which I mean to make notes a lot. Even if I make notes, sometimes I forget to look at notes. But he just wanted me to look at Cero, S-E-R-O. So we'll take a look at both of those. S-E-R-O and SRM, Solarium. Okay, let me do SERO first. I have never heard of this one. Total supply 650 million. Circulating supply 401 million. Tiny market cap 0.0069 cents, up 37% from yesterday. 2.7 million. Tiny market cap on this little guy. All-time high was 4 years ago, so it's been around for a little bit at 55 cents. All-time low was 3 days ago. It was 0.003. It's doubled since then. Interesting. Okay, well, I don't know what it is though. Cero Cash. Oh, that didn't hurt my eyes. Just learned something. Open it in a new tab and now just wait for it to load so we don't get blinded by a white screen. It's taking a sweet time to load though. What do you say down here? So you don't tell me nothing about this. What do you do? CoinMarketCap, come on. Tell me something about this coin. Don't just tell me this junk. This stuff is cool, but you got this over here in a graph. It's repetitive, man. Come on. Cero, privacy is your right. The world's first truly privacy protection platform for decentralized application. Interesting. Use cases. I like use cases. Oh gosh, but well, white screen, I'm taking 2 points off right now. Supply chain management. Okay, private data management, verification, traceability. Okay. Yeah, I'm skimming over. It's just skimming over. Go back and deep dive later. Trade intermediary platforms. The existing e-commerce conglomerates have in fact already formed new monopolies in internet era, whose manages their creditworthiness and of centralized operations. Okay. Support breakthrough development new e-commerce models. Online auction is another typical transaction matching process. Okay, auctions. Fair trading and paying environment, digital asset management, gaming and games. Okay, so possible use cases. World's first privacy coin supporting smart contract. World's first platform that allows anonymous digital asset issuance. World's fastest zero knowledge proof encryption library. You got their own wallet. All right, well, it looks interesting. So it looks like a Chinese project. Can't say for sure. It didn't look like Korean though. That is Chinese. Okay. So this one's maybe interesting. Look at that low market cap. There's some good growth potential there. Privacy coins and things going on in privacy is important. Yeah, but the government's frowned upon them. But I don't know. This one may be worth deep diving into. But let me pull up the chart on this, see what it looks like. Cero, and then we will get into SRM. That's not Serum. This is Cero, Wrap BNB, Tether, and it's on MEXC. Okay, cool. Oh gosh! All right, baby, look at that. That was that big growth spike that it had. Boom, came up to Lucy's line. See, I'm telling you, Lucy has a part to play in all this stuff. He just threw that. He just wanted to be weird and throw out that. No, it does something. I'm just telling you. I don't know what that means. In the greater picture of things, they say the devil owns Wall Street. Maybe he does, or she. I don't know. So a nice spike up out of Cero, but we've done this before, and this is kind of typical for a bottoming accumulation. It's nice that it went up to the 100 moving average this time. It didn't quite make it up that far before. It's made it above it. The main thing is getting above the 200 moving average. I don't think she's quite ready for that yet. So let me take a look at some bigger time frames here. So for me, if I were interested in this project, I think that there is probably plenty of time. Still, it may get a little pump up now, but we're still within a range. And I think this range is juicy, and it can probably last. It can probably last about this long before we start coming back up to these ranges, about 3 and 4 cents. So it's going to take it a little while. My personal opinion is an accumulation, and we'll be bouncing around in here as we kind of form a rounding shape. So I see the slow accumulation. And I was looking hard for these last year about this time. And we may start seeing some more of these rounding bottom patterns emerge when you zoom out, and that's awesome. But it's in the first stages of it, so you got plenty of time, in my personal opinion, to accumulate. We'll be working through here over the next many months, well into next year, well into next summer. Just because we're getting Bitcoin happening doesn't mean everything takes off. It means that we're still in bottom accumulation areas, and we're getting pullbacks on a lot of things. So this is kind of what I see with Sarah to watch over the next few months. And then, you know, making back up those all-time highs in the bull market, you got a big bag of it where you've been just DCAing or just buying bottoms, or however you're doing it, trading and building and recycling all through this range. And then when it gets back up 25, 30 cents, oh baby, because she's sitting at half a penny right now. So 50, 70x possible out of Zero. All right, let's take a look at SRM. Let's go over here for Kailash. Thanks for mentioning that, Kailash. Thanks for being patient with me while I went over the other one. SRM. Solarium. It's called Solarium, yet it's on Ethereum. 100 million circulating supply. I have no information. Total supply 34 million. No information on the market cap. So 6.5 cents. Not a whole lot of information to go there. Fully diluted valuation is 6 million. So that gives us a little information. I guess we could have figured that out ourselves if we multiplied, but it's right there, very convenient for us. About $40,000 in trading volume over the last 24 hours. 2 days ago was at its all-time high, 6.6 cents. 2 months ago, it was a penny and a half, so it's already done a nice little 4x there. She's hot. So right off the bat, I'm going to be a little biased, saying she's too hot. But we'll look at the chart. So we've got, I might have to spell this out. So Solarium got it against Wrapped ETH, and also they do have it on BNB, right? Solarium wallet. Now, is that what it is? We need to go check that out before we get into the charts. Let's see what the hell it is. Solarium, how it works, what we do, why we exist, more. Renewable energy blockchain. Pioneering proof of generation validation technology, the first sustainable layer 1 blockchain. Looks like we're going with that Demetria kind of vibe, huh? Take control of your renewable energy with Solarium. We believe in a world where you have the power to decide what happens with your energy. Without any middlemen involved, our platform, Solarium, enables you to generate renewable energy and use it on your terms. No more limitations of how, when, or with whom you are using your energy. Join us in the mission to create a decentralized, eco-friendly future with Solarium Chain, the first peer-to-peer renewable energy blockchain. And like Dimitra, this may be a use case for blockchain, but is it the best use case? Is it? I mean, blockchain is just a ledger. Sounds like this requires other tools, other machines, other things to make this stuff work. Because blockchain's not going to generate energy. And if it's just a, I'm not big on these type of plays. One, I don't know if the team is really sincere. I mean, it's a great, a nice little case that we can dream up for something. But we're nowhere near the stage. So to me, this is like last bull market going heavy into AI coins. It wasn't time for them. I mean, they did okay. But now we're getting more close to AI time. If this is a workable product, man, it's got a long way to go to develop to where it's going to be something. Any price fluctuations are not going to be on value. It's going to be purely hype, in my personal opinion. And like I said, it reminds me a lot of Dimitra, and I got a tiny bag of Dimitra, but honestly, it looks nice to have these holistic or these wholesome use cases, environmental friendly thing, but are there users? Are there people doing this? And what percentage of I think you're going to have more degens doing DeFi than you will have people, energy farms, choosing to go with this. At least in the shorter term, say the next 4 years or so. So my take, I don't think it's all that great as far as a project. I think it's a little bit early, a little before its time. But that's just my opinion. Let's look at the chart, see what the chart says. We are looking, I got it right here, right? No. Solarium. So crypto, once you understand that this works on hype, it makes life easier. Now they can hype that project, but then it's just going to fall on the back burner somewhere until something amazing happens with it, and it gains true attention for something amazing that blockchain has just changed the whole energy sector. And blockchain can have an effect, but there's the energy web token. There's lots of other projects also doing the energy thing too. And some of these coins have legit projects that they're actually trying to do something, and a lot of them just have people, hey man, this sounds good. I think we can make a buck from it. Yeah, people love this green stuff. So I guess we'll go with wrapped ether. So here against ETH is doing good. So trading it right now, I mean, can't say anything against you for trading the markets. But it is not one that I would bank for a long-term hold. I would not bank that coin for a long-term hold. So we do have a breakout there. For Ethereum, saying that it should go up to 0.00005 Ethereum. So about another 20% gain there. I think that's kind of cool because, grow your Ethereum, why not? So that's what I've got off of that. So Solarium against And see, that's the thing. It's all on pools, right? I mean, I know if it goes to an exchange, that will be helpful. What's Solarium Wallet? Is that the same thing? Is that something? That should be the same thing, right?
This is what you deserve. When do you get the nerve to try and break free?
Yeah, I have no idea what this is. It's probably not even the same thing.
You know better than to bust our bond. You know we are a rarity.
So it to me it looked fine for a trade. I would just warn against getting caught up with the projects, expecting to open. Oh, this is going to be the one that's going to make it in the bull run. I just encourage people to be a little bit more discerning, I guess is the word I'm looking for that kind of things, and just understand what really drives these markets. And that's why we have Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic 10, Enu, and Peppy Rug pools and all this stuff. They just went with meme coin instead of calling themselves something else. So they're kind of, at least they're halfway honest about what they're doing. Hi, we're in here for the money and the community. But projects like that's a lot. I mean, for energy. This is nice. This is nice right here. So there's a chance it's got some parabolic activity, so maybe there's some hyper in it right now. I would say cash in on that while you can. 1, 2. That could be 4, 5. I don't know. Okay, so I would be looking at 8.2 cents at that 618. And also the 786 at 0.099 as your targets for Solarium against Wrapped Ether. So that I think is pretty cool. What I'm liking that I'm seeing here is that you got to break out of a rising wedge, and that does lead to parabolic price activity. So those are some good targets. It may actually come up just a little bit more, maybe to 11 cents. It's possible. It's going to kick off. So being in this on a trade, not bad. There's some bearish divergences forming, but that forms on the parabolic activities. As long as it stays above the 9 moving average on the daily, we're good. You want to trace that also on the 4 hour, which is getting ready to take off. Looks like it's got the go ahead. So there's some parabolic activities getting ready to come. So doubtful for a long-term hold, excellent for a short-term trade, and even in getting into this now, you've got chances to make gains even if you're FOMO'd in now, because it's giving you the buy signal now. On the 4 hour. Verify that on a smaller time frame. But that could be up to... That's not the tool I was looking for. That looked like a 63% gain there. We'll measure it over here. So from where it is now up to that first target at 0.081. In Wrapped ETH, that's 34%, and up here 63%. And I can only respect you for taking a trade like that and getting a third or 2/3 more of your Ethereum in return. Yeah. So trade-wise, I like it. I took forever, road dog. I don't to get around to say you finally liked it. Antonio, how you doing, man? Glad to have you here. Late to the stream, have to watch from the start. Not a problem. We're just kind of staring at the market, but getting into some of the alts starting to look interesting here. All right, guys, it is now 12:05, and I do have to cut this short. I am going to attempt one more time to stream tomorrow at noon. That did not happen today. Yeah, I stayed up way too late. I'll be honest about it, and I overslept, so I did not get a good start this morning. So, getting my sleep schedule straightened out has been hard because I'm a night owl. And I like these night streams. I still want to keep doing them. I'm just trying to keep them a little bit more brief. I wanted to start at 10 o'clock, but it just wasn't working for me. But I do plan on streaming tomorrow and kind of doing a recap on what's going on with Bitcoin in the market during the day. And I like to keep the nights focused on a degen plays, but also do altcoins during the daytime. Guys, I will see you either tomorrow or tomorrow night. Appreciate you for stopping by, and if you can,
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
that help the channel grow. And also remember, if you do need an exchange, I've got some links in the description below, and Fairdesk is friendly to US. I would at least check it out, look at it, especially if you have problems getting some of the coins in the US. All right, guys, have a good evening, and may God bless you. And man, be careful tomorrow. Mondays are kind of the fake outs, right? Tomorrow, when London session starts, and in between London and the States, so we're talking about, see what we're doing between 6 and 8 a.m. with Bitcoin and get some indications about where they plan on taking things. Right now, it looks like they may be trying to take things up tomorrow. It maybe crashes Wednesday when the news comes out with the Fed minutes and all this, or whatever's going on. Hell, all right, should have said all this stuff earlier, but for you guys that hang in at the end, you get all the alpha. Take care, guys. I will see you tomorrow. God bless.
Come on, come here, bud. Come on. You freaky dog. I don't need to analyze. Every word that comes out is a lie. Make it look like you're so ice.